Hello everyone, my name is Lata. I'm studying my first year BE in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering in the Department of CSE Data Science. Today's topic is components of waste management and container bins and vehicle methods. These are all the topics which I'm going to discuss. That is components of waste management, storage method, types of container, vehicle storage method. Everyone knows that if it is not completely, but we know little bit about what is waste management and how we are going to disposal of waste and what are all the steps we are going to take for treatment of waste. And everyone knows that in present Indian scenario, how waste is generating rapidly and how it is impacting on our environment and on human beings. So that if we can't stop the generating of waste completely, but we can reduce some waste generation by using this method that is called 5Rs. Nothing but refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle. Let's discuss one by one with the examples. And we are all know some basic information and which are all the things we can reduce, refuse and recycle. Now I'm going to explain it briefly and with some examples. That is first one, refuse. Saying no to the free stuff that becomes instant waste is called refuse. Next, reduce. Reducing unnecessary packaging from manufactured products and produce. Next one, recycle. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. This is the pyramid which shows what are all most favored option and least favored option. Reducing the things which will harm to the environment is most favored option, and these are all the some examples which are all the things we can reduce, refuse and recycle. Next, as I said you before, reduce simply means living more carefully so that you have less rubbish to get rid of. Avoiding waste is the preferable option of waste management. For example, using online materials, avoid using papers excessively. And next, reuse. Reuse means to use the same item more than once, preferably many times rather than disposing of it is after one use. For example, reuse glass for other purpose such as vase or other decorations, and also papers. Recycling means to process used materials into new products to save resources and energy. For example, papers for wrapping presents use user paper to sketch or do calculation. Next, containers are collection vehicles. First, containers are storage bins. Any container that is used to store products used in storage, packaging, and transportation, including shipping, regardless of its size, is known as storage container or storage bins. While single family households generally use small containers. Commercial units in the institutions and industries require large containers. The containers may fall under either of the following two categories: stationary containers, and another one is hauled containers. First one, stationary containers. Stationary containers. These are used for content to be transferred to collection vehicles at the site of storage. Stationary container means a fixed bins or a wide enclosure for bulky items such as pasteboard boxes. The design and location of any stationary container must be approved by the city manager. These are the two main types of stationary container system, that is self-loading compactor and manually loaded vehicles. This is the sketch of how stationary container will work. First, empty collection vehicle from dispatch station will come to pick up solid waste, and next next load contents from container at pickups location into it transferred to the collection vehicle, and it drives to next pickups location, and again it drive empty collection vehicle to beginning of next collection road to dispatch station end of road. Second one, hollowed containers. These are used for contents to be directly transferred to a processing plant, transfer station, or disposal site for emptying before being returned to the storage site. Again, there are two main types of hollowed container system: tilt frame container and second one trash trailer. The collector is responsible for driving the vehicle, loading full container and unloading empty containers, and emptying the contents of the container at the disposal site. And this is hollow container system. If we take number of containers as n, uh, if we take n is equals to 5 as shown in the figure, the number of drive between containers is equals to n minus 1. Uh, we know that we take n is equals to 5, n minus 1 is equals to 4. That is, drive between containers is 4. Next, vehicle storage method. First one, there are two types in vehicle storage method: collection vehicle and compacted truck. Collection vehicles. Almost all collections are based on collector and collection crew, which move although the collection service area with vehicle for collecting the waste materials. The collection vehicle selected must be appropriate to the terrain, type, and density of waste generation points, the way it travels, and types and kind of material. There are again two types: small scale collection and muzzle powered vehicles. There are common vehicles used for waste collection in many container and are generally used in rural hilly areas. These can be small rickshaws, carts, or pulled by people or animals, and are less expensive, easier to build and maintain compared to other vehicles. Next, non-compacted truck. Non-compacted truck are efficient and cost-effective in small cities and in area where waste tend to be very dense and have little potential for compaction. When these trucks are used for waste collection, they need dumping system to easy discharge the waste. It is generally required to cover the truck in prevent residues flying off or rain soaking the wastes. Next, second one, compacted truck. Compaction vehicles are more common these days, generally having capacities of 12 to 15 meter cube due to limitations imposed by narrow roads. The weight of solid waste collection per trip is 2 to 2.5 times larger since the waste are hydraulically compacted. This is the vehicle peak. The success of waste management depends on the level of segregation at source. A compacted truck allow waste containers to be emptied into the vehicles from the area, front or side, and inhibits vectors from the waste during collection and transport. These are all the things which I wanted to discuss. Thank you for watching my presentation.